Hello, I'm Bob Weir. Cadillac Ventures is an active junior mining and exploration company with a diversified suite of projects. It is currently focused on its 100% owned copper, nickel, platinum groups metal project known as the Tieri Mine and located in northwestern Ontario. With me today is Norman Brewster, the president and CEO of the company. Norman, the Tieri deposit was found in 1969 by Union Minière, a very large Belgian mining company, and they had it in production between 1978 and 1982. They processed some 5.8 million tons and produced 480 million pounds of copper. Is that a lot?
Not in the real context of mines as they are today. A typical underground copper mine VMS style is about 1 million tons a year, so that's 5 years production. What this implies is that the size of the deposit was considerably larger than the 5 million tons that were extracted. So there's a residual remnant ore body still there which can be exploited today.
They ceased production in 1982 because the price of copper declined to a point where it became uneconomic to operate the mine. What happened after that?
Well, they obviously were waiting for copper price to recover. They kept the mine on care and maintenance until 1988. They actually did an underground exploration program in 1988. They then allowed the mine to flood in '89. And a company bought the project off of Union Minière in 1990.
Okay. Now, you got control of the project through your merger with Richview Resources.
Correct.
And what did they do while they had ownership?
On the Tieri underground deposit, they drilled several holes and encountered economic mineralization. They actually put 2 holes down to approximately 3,000 feet. Union Minière had developed the mine down to 1,600 feet. And they hit economic mineralization at 3,000 feet, so this substantially impacted the potential resource on the property.
What attracted you to Tieri? How did you find out about it?
Well, it was a longer story back. I was working in the area in 1992 looking at other projects for on a different mining company I was associated with. And I was looking to farm the area, so to speak, so I was looking for any kind of base metal, preferably copper nickel deposit in the area, and Tieri came up. And I watched it from 1992 to 2010, which is when we acquired Richview Resources.
So when you got control of Tieri, what were the immediate challenges that you faced?
Well, as I mentioned, Richview had drilled several holes. They had not entered the information into a database or compiled a substantial database. We immediately started doing that, hired P&E Engineering. They created a database and recalculated the resource under 43-101 protocols, and it turned out to be a 14 million ton deposit after that first calculation carried out in 2010.
The K11 deposit,
yes,
which might be part of the Tieri deposit. It's located about 3 kilometers to the east, but it's at surface. So this deposit would be mined as an open pit, as opposed to the Tieri mine, which is an underground deposit.
Correct.
Is there any possibility that through some kind of folding in the Earth's crust or something that this is the same one big massive deposit?
Well, who knows? But my guess is it's not one deposit. My guess is that it's probably a single mineralizing event that has been reactivated 1 or 2 times, with the Tieri underground being the richer. I think there was remobilization occurred and concentrated copper there because of a shearing system within which on which the body lies. The K11 is more distal. I still think it's probably part of the same mineralizing event, and it hasn't been overprinted to the same extent that Tieri was. We own the ground between the two deposits, and I think there's probably other deposits there that'll be located in the future.
What exactly are the plans for the remainder of 2012 for both Tieri K11?
Well, we should have a PEA available in June, more or less, for the occurrences, looking at the two occurrences as one unit, mining them simultaneously and processing through a single plant. That's kind of the approach we're taking. Between now and then, we'll start a drilling program on K11. The intention is to bring that into indicated category under 43101 protocols. And we will also bulk sample K11 for the purposes of metallurgical analysis. One of the keys here that is a paradigm changer for the Tieri is if we can actually blend the two ores and process at 15,000 tons a day, say, instead of 3,000 tons a day, as you would from the Tieri underground deposit.
Right. From an investor standpoint, the things that get an investor excited about a junior mining company is, first of all, finding a deposit, but secondly, bringing that deposit into production. What's the timing for bringing Tieri K11 into production?
Well, as you well know, deposits are found, mines are made. It's a long process, and there's many pitfalls in between. Money, permitting, environmental studies, tailings disposal, all of these things have to be carried out and assessed in an engineering format. That remains to be done vis-a-vis the K11 deposit. We pretty far down the track on the Tieri underground, but we now have to bring all of the K11 up to the same level of knowledge.
A catalyst now for the stock over the remainder of 2012, just to sum up, would be the preliminary economic assessment, probably before the middle of the year, sometime maybe in June, a pre-feasibility study for Tieri by the end of this year. There's going to be some drilling done over the summertime. We have a target price over the next 12 months for Cadillac Ventures of 52 cents. The stock is currently at 22 cents. So there's good opportunities for capital appreciation from these levels. So Norm, just to sum up, is there anything that you would like to have as the last word?
I think Cadillac is going to be seen in the next couple of years as a producing mining company. I've done it before. I've taken a deposit from exploration development to production, and in one happy circumstance, the resultant company was acquired just recently for in excess of $500 million. Hopefully I can repeat it at Cadillac.
Norman Brewster, President and CEO of Cadillac Ventures. For eResearch, this is Bob Weir.